Good morning, cousins. Happy Wednesday. Hope everyone is having a great morning so far. Let's see. Y'all know I really don't have anything to talk about. I just come on here to chit chat early in the morning. Say good morning. Wish everybody a happy day and let them know that I love them. That's basically all I do. And I thank y'all for coming on here with me. Whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching a replay of it, I thank you. Thank you so much. I thought about calling these morning talks tea time because that's what I do. I drink my tea while I'm talking to you. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's a little bit warm in Alabama this morning. It was warm last night too. Not sure what the temperature is right now, but it's warm. Warmer than it's been the last few days. Because I kind of got a little bit stuffy last night. That flip-flop of the weather really, really, really takes a toll on me. It bothers me. I don't even have to be out in it. When the temperature changes, it fluctuates also inside. So that gets to me. Like I said, I was just a little bit stuffy last night. So Milton Leroy decided to sleep with me. I guess he said, "You over here making all this noise tonight. Let me sleep close to you." And I decided not to use the concentrator this morning because I have an appointment. So I'm using the canister oxygen so it won't be that loud. Hopefully everyone can hear me better. Because I'm a low talker anyway, and then, with my lung capacity being compromised, it lowers my volume even more. Thank y'all for coming in. Let me know where you're from. Good morning. Hey, Jerk. How are you doing, love? Hey, Nate. How are you doing? Thank y'all for coming in and sitting with me this morning. Hey, David. Hey, you're from Kenya. Okay. Okay. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I see Musta. Is that Masapa? I don't know what that is, baby. I'll thank you for being a part of my family this morning. Thank you, Nate. Thank you. I fully claim that, and I absolutely believe that it is happening as we speak right now. God has been so good to me. He has opened so many doors. Like I said, they may not look like it, but it feels like it. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. The healing is on the inside out, and I believe what I can't see. Hebrews 11:1. I believe that it's happening right now. Even though I can't see it, I know that I am being healed right now. And all praises to God. Thank you for your blessings. God bless y'all all as well. So what are y'all doing? Good morning. Good morning, sis. How are you doing? Hey, Joey. Hey, be happy. I remember you. Thank you, Joey. God bless you too. Hey, sweetheart, I don't want to pronounce your name, Ozia. Uh, um, I see it looks like deer at the end. So, my dear, good morning to you. I remember you, be happy. Hey, Joanna, how are you doing? God bless you this morning as well. Oh, I love seeing the family members that I recognize. I love having and the new family members that are coming in. I'm doing good, sis. Um, it's warm here right now. Warmer than it's been in the last few days, and you know how I get really stuffy when it fluctuates like that. So last night, um, I was up for a little while. I could not breathe through my nose, and you know you can't wear oxygen when you can't breathe through your nose. It just makes you feel like you're suffocating. So I had to sleep sitting up again. Milton decided he was gonna sleep with me. I guess Milton said, "Honey, you making too much noise over here. So let me come over here and sleep close to you just in case you need me to call somebody." I, I I don't even trust that Milton would get me help at this point. Um, like I said, he has no survival skills for himself, so I just don't believe that he would actually get me help. Mm. Milton would probably be like, "Well, okay, let me go eat up all my food really quick. If we not gonna make it, let me go ahead and eat up all my food." Oh my goodness. I don't have a preference. What's your preference, Joanna? Because I have to limit myself on coffee, and I went from drinking a couple of pots of coffee a day. That's why I really couldn't get on Melvin. Yes, yes, be happy. Okay, okay, great. I am. I'm feeling better. Y'all keep me in prayer this morning. I have an appointment this morning, and I'm not really nervous about it at all. Usually, you know, before my appointments, I get really nervous. My anxiety kicks up to like 1,000, um, and I can't sleep. But that wasn't the case last night. I couldn't sleep only because I was congested really bad. I had really bad nasal congestion. But woke up this morning. Still, I feel great. I feel great about the appointment. I know it's gonna go well. I just don't see where any there's nothing negative about this appointment at all. There's no negative outcome that could possibly be. Everything is gonna be great. Uh, yeah, it's the change of weather here in Alabama that's causing it for me. Um, I'm pretty sure everybody everywhere is going through a change with this flip floppy weather that we're having. Seems to be all around the world. Oh, you're in Georgia, so you know. So you know we're neighbors. You know what I mean? We're touching states. So yeah, we're neighbors. So you know what I mean about this. Um, how the weather has been lately. And like I said, right now it's warm. Um, I don't I don't usually turn the heat on, you know, like to leave it on. I'll turn it on to knock the chill off, you know, or I'll turn it on when I'm getting ready to, you know, take a shower. But other than that, I don't sleep with it on because it'll have me really congested. Thank you. It is, and I pray the same for you. Oh, you're in Canada. And your name is beautiful. I love that. Be happy. That is, I like the 420 on it too. If you got the 420 in your life, there's no reason that you should not be happy, you know. Um, but regardless, it's a great name. Be happy. That's what we all should strive to be. And that's by any means necessary. Be happy. It keeps prompting me to do a question and answer thing, asking about favorite flowers. I do not know how to remove that. So if you all are seeing that, I apologize. I don't know if it's just on my end or if it's on both ends, but it's not a question that I'm asking. I just don't know how to remove it or stop it from popping up yet. Like I said, I am new to this. This is my 7th day of greatness this year. Um, First blessing of the day is that I woke up. Second blessing is that I woke up in my right mind, able to give God praise. Okay, great, great. So it's just on my end. And third blessing is that I get to spend it with you all and everyone that I know and love. Made it to this new day, this new Wednesday morning of 2026. Um, so yeah, I'm having a great day. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Thank you for becoming a part of my family, Joanna. Thank you for subscribing. Um, I receive the blessings that you speak upon me and really upon us, because this channel, it has nothing really to do with me. I'm just a willing vessel. I'm just turning on the camera and talking. I have no planned agenda as far as what I'm going to talk about, what we're going to talk about. I just turn on the camera and start talking. Um, and I thank y'all for being here. Um, because like I said, I really don't even know what I'm doing. I don't really know. I'm trying to learn as I go. And I say trying because most days I don't even feel like fooling with it. Trying to figure out what this does, what that does. But I do know how to go live. I know how to go live. And I know how to post content. So that's what I'm doing. Um, Queen Bee, I did talk to Melvin this morning. His sister's doing good. Thank you. So are you. Thank you so much. And Joanna, in my life, on my channel, we're all cousins. That is how I greet people. Hey cousin. So we're all cousins. So now you're cousin Joanna, okay? So when I say welcome to the family, that means you're cousin. But yeah, I was saying I talked to Melvin this morning, and his sister's doing good. Melvin is back to starting trouble. He's himself. I ended up having to hang up on him, so he's feeling better. He said that he's gonna try to go live today, but it's gonna be early, just for a little bit. He wanted to. Hopefully, he wants to come on and thank everyone for praying for his sister, for him, for his family as a whole. But you never know. So we'll just see. He said around 3 or 4 his time that he would try to come on if he finished doing his important business. Uh, hey, sweetheart. Um, oh wow, baby. Break your name down so that I can say it without messing it up. Okay, Ko, is it Katoro? I don't know, baby. Um, but I'm one that you have to break it down, and I hate to push it. You love my laugh. Yeah, I hear that a lot until I'm laughing at inappropriate times, which I do. Laughter was a coping mechanism and still is, I guess. It's just a part of me now. And I have a twisted sense of humor. I see humor in a lot of things that a lot of people don't, you know. But to that, God made me. I'm created in his image. So he has to have um, a great sense of humor because I do. Where else would I have gotten it from other than my father? So, yeah, I do laugh at inappropriate times. And like I said, I do find humor in in things that most people don't. I do. Ask Queen B. They hear me laughing all the time. I come on between 7 and 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you're an hour ahead of me. I give myself that window just in case I'm moving a little bit slow that day, or any particular day, because with sarcoidosis, I just never know, how I'm going to be feeling from one moment to the next, 1 hour to the next, and one day to the next is really, unpredictable. So, I give myself that window because I'm up. I'm up. I'm usually up. Um, Milton is fed by 6 o'clock. So, I'm usually up by 5:30. I have a whole morning routine that I do been doing. I don't know. I guess I just have to have a routine, but I've always had one. So I do my posting before I come on. I post my content before I come on, but even before I do that, I meditate before I post, and yeah, like I said, I do a meditation series that you have to be up and moving around. You can be getting ready for work. In my case, I'm feeding Milton Leroy, getting ready to come on live. So I it's like doing multitasking and doing a meditation at the same time. I've been doing it for years. And I may jot down some things in my journal. Thank you so much, Matt, too real. I love that name too. Hey, has been. Okay. Welcome in. Um, yeah, so like I said, I've been doing that for a while. And I don't know. I guess it's a part of me that has to have a routine. You know, it makes my day easier. And even when it used to be, back in the day when my morning routine was interrupted or things didn't go as planned, it would stress me out. Then I learned to just go with the flow. That's life. Things are going to happen. It's not happening to me, it's happening through me. So it's how I react to it. You know, if the first thing that happens in the morning before I even open up my eyes is Melvin calling me, that is not a part of my morning routine. Um, but I know that Melvin has deficiencies. So even if I ask or tell Melvin, don't call me between a certain time, don't call me before a certain time. Melvin has deficiencies, so he's gonna call. He's gonna call whenever it crosses his mind to call. And because I don't yeah. And because we don't ever know what kind of trouble Melvin has gotten himself into, we answer. Now if he just keeps calling repeatedly back to back and I know that there's nothing wrong with him, he's just calling to get on my nerves, I don't answer. And then he'll move on to somebody else. He'll move on to Queen Bee or some of our other family members. by the time we talk to each other, Melvin has went through the whole family. He has called everybody on his list. So, and like I said, the blessing in that is that I can laugh about it now. Melvin used to get on my nerves. and and if he's listening, he still does sometimes. But not this morning. Like I said, we've been keeping our brother lifted in prayer. He's been going through some um some challenges on his end. Um Health challenges with family members and stuff like that. So we're glad that everything is getting better for Melvin, and Melvin has now started acting like himself again. Like I said, I don't know if that's good or bad, but we're ready for it. We're always ready for it. We expect that out of him. When he's not, quote unquote, harassing the family, then we're concerned. If he didn't act like he normally acts, we are concerned. So I'm glad to have him back being himself. And like I said, gave me a good laugh. Looks like it's gonna rain this morning. Hopefully it'll hold up until after I get back from my appointment. That's what I'm speaking, that it that if it is gonna pour, Lord, please just let it do what it do after I get back in the house. Thank you, Lord. Amen. I pray that prayer a lot. I wear glasses, but the sarcoidosis affects my eyes. So even though I have corrective lenses, it is not going to be corrected to 2020, vision. And people in Alabama, I don't know if they do this everywhere, but they wait till they see a little bit of water on the road, and they start driving like they're part of the Talladega 500. Like what is that what was the name of that show with Will Ferrell in it, and he was a race car driver. Talladega Nights. That's what it was. And it was filmed right here in Alabama. I live in Talladega County, so the racetrack is not too far from me. But yeah, that's how they start driving. If you're not first, you're last. That's how they feel. Hey, cousin Charlene. Good morning. um, so yeah, so that kind of gives me a little bit of anxiety, enough that that I'm kind of like my shoulders and my neck, they're hurting because I'm tense, anticipating trying defensive drive, doing my defensive driving, and if y'all stick around long enough, y'all figure out that, honey, I can't hardly drive myself. So, trying to drive for myself and somebody else, honey, I had to come home and lay down. I had to come home and lay down and take a nap. Okay, okay, great. Hopefully it will keep you company on your way in. But yeah, like I said, I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. No, she said, and she's not joking. Honey. Mm-mm. So, I think I got this. My mom drove the same way, and I used to talk about her driving all the time. And she used to say, laugh and catch it. And I was like, there is no way, I would ever be this bad of a driver. Now look at me. And my daughter would talk about my driving. She was like, oh, let me stop. Let me stop because I don't ever want to drive like this. Um, Driving fast and like I said, I am like focused in. I'm trying to, like I said, I watch enough car accidents on YouTube, dash cam videos that I hope that will be like taking a defensive driving course. Mm. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be ready. But the most thing is I pray every time I get in the car. Literally, Jesus take the wheel is my prayer because I'm pretty sure I won't see it coming. So Jesus take the wheel, and I get there and I get back. I thank him. I praise him when I get there. I mean, my parking is so bad, y'all. I can't parallel park for nothing. And I don't know why. I barely can park pulling in straight. Just straight in head first. I don't get it why I'm off like that. Um, but I am. I have been, I have, and I don't have any embarrassment by saying what I'm about to say. I have been places that I have tried to parallel park and just been out there getting frustrated, and I've had people just come up to me and be like, "Hey, sweetheart, you want me to parallel park your car for you?" I give them the car. I mean, what's the worst they can do? Take it. I mean, but they parallel park it, bring me my keys, and hey, I tell them thank you. I had parked it up on curbs and stuff, and people like, "Oh, baby, you can't leave your car like that. Let me park it for." All right, you might find my car parked up there by the drink machines at Walmart. I know I have about 15 minutes before they come over the intercom and they describe my car and give my tag number over the intercom in the store, letting me know that if I'm not out, they're moving my car in the next 5 minutes that it's going to be towed. I only park it up there when I'm just, like running in to get something in the pharmacy area and I can get out really quick. Now, I'm always looking at the time too, but I know they're always going to make that announcement. Well, I figured that out, um, from the first or second time I did, but I've been doing that for years. They probably know whose car it is by now. Now, if I get another car and do it, they might know, but then, they may not. But I don't even know why they called me. They know it's my car parked up there. And that would embarrass my kids. They'd be like, Mama, my friends were at Walmart. They saw your car parked and they were like, our mama must be in Walmart. Yeah, I'm at the Walmart, baby. Everybody know when I'm there because I park right up there in the front. If I can't find a close enough parking space. And then I feel like since they gave me that handicap tag, that's like a pass for a lot of things. If all the handicap spots are taken, I'm not like trying to make one, I just park it. I've seen like police cars parked up there by the drink machine, so why not mine? For at least 15 minutes. Hey Tony, good morning. How are you doing? We're talking about my driving this morning. And Tony, guess what? I added grits. I added grits. I already have eggs and sausage, and I have bacon. So I added grits to my grocery order that I'll place before I go to my next treatment. So thank you. Thank you for calling me out on that. And thank you for giving me choices to pick from. The oatmeal might have been easier, but the grits, egg, and sausage or bacon seems more satisfying to me. So you came in yesterday at the right time. Like I said, I already had your name on my list, Tony, and I was looking for you. because I remembered you, um, you and your prayers when I was um, during taking my infusion. So yeah, thank you for coming back in. Thank you for being a part of my family, my cousin Tony, y'all. But yeah, so that's what I have. Um, and I'm not really good at grits. Um, I made grits one time for my ex. I made grits, and it was grits, like a whole breakfast, grits, eggs, um, probably did sausage and biscuits. And so I didn't eat because I don't eat breakfast. I fixed it for him. So later on that day, I warmed me up some. Hun, those were the nastiest grits I have ever had in my life. I don't know what I did to them, but they were nasty as all get out. And he didn't say one word. He just ate them. And I'm like, when I talked to him later on, I was like, why did you eat that? Why did you eat those grits? And he said, what grits? I said, the grits. I do. I feel great, Tony. Thank you. I said, the grits that I made you for breakfast this morning. He said, those were grits. And he didn't even know that he was eating grits. That's how bad they were. But besides the fact of him not knowing what he was eating, they didn't taste good. So I don't even know why would he eat it. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I couldn't do it. And I made him. So he actually um tried to teach me how to make grits. It's not hard. I just, like I said, there are certain things that I'm good at, I'm great at, in the kitchen. And it's the simple things that I'm not. Make that make sense. Yes. How are you feeling this morning, Tony? Are you having a great Wednesday morning so far? I know your spirit tells me that you're having a great morning, that you have a good morning most mornings. Um, that you have a great outlook on life. You seem to be a very positive person. I know you're very attentive and mindful. So by just the things that you comment, you have a good memory. Also. But yeah. Um, yeah, the grits. Maybe I need to practice first. I wish I could make them the night before, but I don't have a microwave, so I'll have to um, make them, get up a little bit early and make them. Hey, hey, how are you doing, sweetheart? I'm doing great. Is it Riz the Fish 98? I'm doing great. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being a part of my family this morning. I hope you stick around and hang out with us for a little bit. And once you're here, you're part of the family. You're a cousin, okay? Riz the Fish, you are a cousin. You're a cousin now. Um, I don't meet strangers. Even in public, I don't meet strangers. And I still approach them, even if I don't know them. I still speak to them the same way. Hey, cousin. Some of them look, funny, like, we cousin. And some are just like, hey, cousin. And usually, that leads into a conversation. And before, we depart, we're good cousins. We're not first cousins. uh, Yeah. So y'all just have to get up a little bit early um the morning of my infusion and try to get the grits right, because I'm just gonna do like half of a slice of bacon, because I don't want anything too heavy, and it's just gonna be enough grits for me to couple of bites, because like I said, I don't eat breakfast, and the last thing I want to do is eat something or eat an amount excuse me, that's too heavy, and then therefore it makes me sick on my stomach, because that will be a hard drive in, you know. But so yeah, grits, half a slice of bacon, and scrambled eggs. Or if I ate really good the night before, I should still have something on. Let me stop, honey. I'm trying to get out of this. I'm gonna eat breakfast. I'm gonna eat breakfast, because the last time I actually, had something on my stomach when I got there, not the night before something on my stomach, but from eating that morning, it went better. So yeah, like I said, I'll get it figured out. Don't worry. I'm not gonna set myself up like that again. And I'm not gonna oh girl, the nurse that I had, I say oh girl, I don't mean anything by that. The nurse that I had last time, she will not be my nurse for any of the 5 treatments that I have left. I guarantee you that. Hey Sam, how are you doing? How are you doing this morning, Sam? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. And you too. Thank you for the encouragement. You too. I am having a great day today. This feels like the best day I've had all year. Oh, you're welcome, Tony. It really does. And for this to be an appointment day, this is a blessing. Because like I said, I'm not nervous about it at all. I feel great about it. So whatever the outcome is, it's still going to be great. I'm still going to have a good time. I'm still going to come home and, I am. I am. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're doing fine as well. um, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still going to come home and take a nap. I'm a professional nap taker. I love taking naps for as long as I can remember. It had nothing to do with this illness that I have. I um I just love taking naps. Anytime, anywhere. It just hits, and I really can't fight it. Which is why I don't go to I used to go to the matinee, by myself, take myself to the movies during the day. Wake up, the movie, the ending credits are rolling up the screen, and I'm like, okay, I'll stay and watch it again. It's like when those lights go down, when they dim those lights for the movie in the theater, my eyelids do the same thing. So by the time it's fully dark in the theater, I am knocked out. And when I do the matinee, most of the time, I'm the only one in there. So after about the third time of trying to watch the same movie, I'm like, this cannot be safe. To be sleep to the point that I can't hear anything. I'm just knocked out in this theater by myself. That just, that didn't sound like a safe thing for me to be doing. Not that anybody would try to take me, but I'm just saying it didn't sound safe. So I stopped going to the matinee. Even when I go with someone, I used to go with my one of my best friends, and she knows the condition I have. She knows that I always go to sleep at the theater. I've never seen a movie all the way through at the theater. I've only seen the beginning um, and the ending credits. So even when when we would go, I'd wake up, she's mean mugging me because I've slept through the whole movie. so it's been like that. Um, I the first time I went to the movies, I think I was like, it was before I got sick. So I think it was earlier in the year when I was 29. So 2000 and yeah, probably 2001. I was born into a religion that believed that it was a sin to go to the movie theater. And they would tell this god awful story at least, at the very least, 4 times a year. Someone would stand up and tell this story that would scare anyone who was of age or anyone who was even thinking about sneaking out to the movies. It would deter you from going. It scared you half to death. They would tell this story about the four teenagers of the same religion that snuck out to the movie theater. While they were there, the movie theater caught on fire. The only ones who passed away in the fire were the 4 little girls from that said religion. And they had us thinking that if we went to the movie theater, that would happen to us. So my sister was the first one to go. And I remember her telling me that she was going to the movie theater, and she was married, had left the house and gotten married, had kids, and she was like, my husband wants to go to the movie theater, so we're going to the movies. I remember being up, waiting for her to let me know that she had made it back home because I really believed that something was going to happen to her. And then she invited my husband and we were going to double date with her and her husband. And they were like, we're going to do dinner in the movie. I'm scared, But even in that, I still went to sleep. Maybe I was like, let me be asleep so if it does happen, I won't know anything about it, But yeah, I remember being, just scared out of my mind. And to this very day, I'm 54 years old. I'm no longer a member of or acquainted with that religion. I left in 99 when my mom passed, which was the only reason that I was there in the first place, because I didn't understand a lot of their bylaws, rules, regulations that they would just like make up just like that. So I didn't understand a lot of that. Even as a child, I would ask my mom, why are you in this church? I tell mom, you joined a cult, honey. This is a cult. And she was like, girl, hush, it's not. I'm like, that's what it is. If it's not a cult, this is the church that Shirley Caesar wrote about in that song, Hold My Muse. This is the church that Shouting John joined. Got to be. So, so like I said, my mom was the only reason that I was there. Like I said, bound by tradition. So when she passed, I was out, And then didn't pass at the movie theater, but then I got sick with sarcoidosis. was sicker. And when I got sick, they told me, they sent a message by my sister to tell me that the reason I was sick was because I was no longer a member of that church. And then they refused to let me not be a member of the church. They were like, you can leave, but you're still on the roll and you're still responsible for X, Y, and Z money. And I'm like, you hold your breath, you wait on it. You wait on that money. You can't hold anybody hostage to a religion. Is that not cultish activity? Yeah. Oh, good morning. Good morning, Burn boys. Burn one boys. Good morning. So, I still have family members who are, a part of that religion. And from what they have expressed years ago, that it has gotten better, but that it's not better enough for me to ever go back. Um, so yeah, and like I'm saying, to this very day, I don't know of any one teenager, any adult for that matter, who's went to the movie theater and they belong, to that religion, that they have passed away at the theater. But when I tell you, they would scare us to death. And it'd be different members that would stand up and tell it. It's like they would be in the back drawing sticks. Like, who's going to get up and tell us today? Oh, these kids are becoming teenagers. They look like they might try to go to the movies. Let us stand up and tell this god-awful story. Oh, is that right? Do they tell the same story? Oh, my goodness. Excuse me. I'm sorry, baby. Be happy you asked how long did I have to wait for a diagnosis? Was it hard to diagnose? I find conditions with autoimmune system are hard to, if you don't mind me. Oh, no, never. Like I said, baby, we family. Cousin, be happy. You can ask whatever you want to ask. Yes, let me just go down and answer your questions. I had to wait. I was properly diagnosed in 2002, July of 2002. I was having symptoms back in the early 90s. They would give me antibiotics and steroids because it looked like I had bronchitis. And they were like, you have an activity-induced asthma. Baby, I'm not doing anything but come to work. And they were thinking that, okay, because, being a nurse, we had to clean our own rooms and stuff. So they were thinking maybe it's the cleaning, the solution that I'm, sorry, that I'm using to clean. It was an aerosol spray. So I changed that to just Clorox and water to see if that would make it better. Then they were thinking, okay, maybe it's your hairspray. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And I'm like, this is the same thing, I've been doing all my life. Same products I've been using all my life. You don't grow into asthma. You grow out of asthma, if anything, So they would just, I work for a doctor, so they would just give me, they would do chest x-ray and like, okay, you have, upper respiratory, you have bronchitis, you have pneumonia. Well, during that time is when I was, it was really the onset of sarcoidosis. Gave birth to my son. He was almost 1 pound. They thought it was toxemia. When you go back and look now, you can tell that it was sarcoidosis. The symptoms are so similar that's why it was. They didn't even think to diagnose me with sarcoidosis. They just said toxemia. So after I had him, things got better. Every once in a while, I didn't know it then, I was having flare-ups. But because it was being treated with the wrong medications, it would gradually, they gradually started becoming more frequent after, I say he was probably about 98. When my mom passed in 99, I had started losing a lot of weight. My mom is on her, she's transitioning, and she's telling me that I need to go to the doctor and find out what was wrong with me. Well, I'm thinking that what's wrong with me is that I'm stressed that my mother, is passing away. And that's why, that's why I'm losing weight. That's why I'm feeling like I'm feeling, because, I'm going through a lot right now. I was in an accident prior to her passing, which was a blessing. So I was able to be with her, while she was transitioning and when she passed. So I just figured, it's a lot of things going on right now. She could see it, but I couldn't. So after she passed, still, I'm thinking that I'm going through. What I'm going through is because she she's she's gone now. I leave pediatrics and I go to work for general medicine. And I thought that I woke up. I woke up one morning. I thought I had the flu and strep throat. My throat was I mean, it was awful, like the worst case of strep throat I've ever had in my life, and the worst case of the flu. My body hurt, but I still got up and went to work. God only knows how. Got to work. The doctor that I work for, I said I have strep, and I have the flu. Um, I'm gonna need some antibiotics, some steroids, and some Phenergan. Get through this day. So we did that for 3 days straight. I go to work, get the other nurse to load me up full of medications, make it through the day. By the time I got off work, the car ride home was awful. I could barely move. It's like my body was just stiff. I would get home sometimes, have to get my husband and kids to come help me out of the car. That's how stiff I'd gotten on the car ride home. So finally, well, no, I woke up one morning and I noticed that I had these huge bruises and bumps in places that I knew I had not hurt myself at all. On my shins, it's called erythema nodosum. They were huge, and they're like right up under my kneecap. And I went to work that morning, and I told the doctor I worked for that I needed to see him. So I went into one of the exam rooms, and he walked in, he sat down on the stool, and we're talking, because he had already been sending me to different doctors. And I told him, I said, look, I said, I know that I have not hurt myself, I have not bumped into anything, to do this kind of damage to myself. I pulled up my pants leg. He immediately jumped up off the stool. Didn't even say he'd be right back. Jumped up off the stool. And when he came back in the exam room to see me, he said, I'm sending you to another doctor right now. Get to another doctor, go to a specialist. And they're still misdiagnosing me. I ended up with an oncologist. Had had a biopsy done, waiting for the results, waiting for the results, waiting for the results. And she calls me and she's like, we're going to start chemotherapy. And I was like, what did the pathology report say? And she said, well, we're going to, and she's not answering my question. She's just telling me her plan. We're going to start you off at a high dose, and what did the pathology report say? So she gets upset with me. And she tells me that I should look at her as God because she's trying to save my life. And if I didn't like it, it was her way or the highway. I chose the highway. So when I finally got to UAB in Birmingham, they did more biopsies. By that time, I had gotten to the point where I couldn't walk. But they did more biopsies. But they also requested the pathology report from the oncologist. Guess what? They had lost. They had lost the biopsy, the my biopsies. They had lost it. It lost the tissues. So when I kept asking her about my pathology report, the reason why she didn't answer is because she didn't know. She was just going to treat me by what she saw, what she thought I had. Anyway, without letting me know, hey, we lost the cultures. We don't have them anymore. We need to do more before we give you a definite diagnosis. And definitely before we pump you full of chemotherapy meds. So ended up at UAB. They did their own biopsy. It still took a minute for them to get a definite diagnosis of sarcoidosis. I was in the hospital for 3 months. I think it was like 6 weeks. That yeah, it was like 6 weeks before they came and gave me a definite diagnosis. While I was in the hospital, when they wheeled me into the hospital, the doctors that I worked for, they told me that because the doctor that saw me that morning, he said he didn't know what I had, but they would do their best to keep me comfortable until I passed. At that point, I had been through so much and so much pain. I was just ready, I'm ready to go. Thank God one of the medications that they were trying while they were waiting on the biopsies, the cultures, to let them know what I actually had. One of the medications that they were giving me worked, and I started to improve. But the doctors that I worked for, they even went to the doctor with me. They closed the clinic that morning, canceled their morning appointments because they were interested. They wanted to know what is it. Uh, so they offered to pay for my funeral, and they also offered to pay for my kids' college because they knew that that was important to me. So that's what they offered to do. I survived. I guess they reneged on it because they didn't do it. Both of them went to college, so thank God. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they said, hey, we're only paying for it if you're not here. But thank God that I am here. I was able to see both of them graduate from college. And yes, so I ought to call them up and ask for a reimbursement and see what they say. Because I still keep in touch with the doctors that I work for, via social media. But and my doctors, most of my doctors are on social media. So yeah, social media is a great thing, when it comes to stuff like that. Now, do I message them about medical things? I don't know. We gonna no. I can't even lie. I have. I have. The answer is always the same. Hey, Joanna, welcome back. Their answer is always the same. Make an appointment. Make an appointment. I'm not gonna diagnose you over social media in the messages of Facebook. No, make an appointment, girl. But I have great doctors. Thank God, I have great doctors. Yes, I will be on tomorrow. Between and 7 and 9 Central Standard Time. I I'm going live every morning for the month of January. Now I don't know if it'll be the same for February, but um I will be live every morning of January. And I'm doing that. I made a personal challenge to myself. Um I thought I saw something. I guess it's just a floater in front of my eye. um, I made a personal challenge to myself to come on every day. I've been hesitant about coming on, period, because because of having to wear oxygen now. Like I said, not for a standpoint of vanity, but because I didn't want people to feel sorry for me. I didn't want to bring anyone else down. I want everybody to be happy. But the response that I've gotten has been great. Um, you're going to have a few people that come in and say negative things, but I'm used to that. I'm used to that. I think the other once you've been on TikTok, um and if you've ever gone live on TikTok, you have people coming in saying everything. Well, I'm fine with it. Now I am fine with it, Joanna. um I wasn't at first. Um, but I'm fine with it now, because what if I didn't have it and I needed it? Because there are people that need it and don't have it. So I'm thankful that I have it, to use for right now. This it won't always be like this, and there are some days and sometimes, that I can go without, because, like I said, I want to build my lung capacity back up so that I'm not oxygen dependent. I use it when I need it. And I realize now I can recognize when I need it, and not just like, oh, I'll be okay. Yeah. Because I was stubborn with it. Even having a handicap placard in my car, I would still park furthest away because I didn't want people to know that I'm parking in the handicap, and then it'd be like, oh, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I didn't want to go through all that. So I would still park, you know, a good distance away from the entrance, oxygen in the car, get out without the oxygen because I don't want people to see me with it on. I felt like I was too young for this. And then get up right up in the store and fall out. I can't breathe. How many times you think, oh no, I'm an Auburn fan. How many times do you think it took me to figure that out? I can tell you right now, I'm a slow learner. I'm stubborn. I used to be. um, I learned quick now. You hit that floor a couple of times in Walmart, you start figuring stuff out real quick. Or you learn not to go in there and do the pickup or the drop off, or delivery. But yeah, I did that more than 3 times. Parking, not parking away from the store, not wearing my oxygen, then getting up in there and and falling out. Okay, yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. Hey, is it Kiara? God bless you too, sweetheart. I hope you have a great day. And yes, he did. Yes, he did. And by his stripes, I am healed. Not healing. I am healed. Okay, Joanna. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. University. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm an Auburn fan. My daughter went to Alabama, and my son Auburn. But I've always been the the black sheep in all areas. Everyone in my family, growing up, and with my own family, Alabama fans, and then I'm the Auburn fan. Yeah, and my pet children are Auburn fans too. They have no choice but to be, but they look really good in orange and blue, as does their mother. And I see my son wearing orange and blue to work. sometimes. So I'm like, yeah, he got a little bit of Auburn spirit in him. It rubbed off on him. Yeah, so that's what we're doing on this end. I like rooting for the underdog. Um, I felt like that most of my life, but I see the good in it now. You know, like I said, I still don't like being around. A lot of people, even though a lot of people like being around me. oh, oh yeah, yes, yes, and I want us to do better with football. I'm rooting for us. I'm praying for them. Um, every then and again, I might whisper a prayer for them. I don't watch the games. I just get the highlights. I used to watch the games, and just when you think they might pull the win off, they let the other team come through and snatch it right from up under them. And that kind of stuff right there, that'll run your blood pressure watching it. So I just get the highlights. If we win, we win. If we don't, we don't. Oh well, we live to fight another day. But hopefully, hopefully, the football team will get better soon. Yes, almost. See there, you put in that almost. They get so close, and I mean, they can have a great lead on their opposition, and I don't know. I don't know if they get comfortable. I don't know if they're tired. I don't know what it is, but like I said, they'll be so close to winning, and they'll let the other team come right through in the fourth quarter and snatch it away from them, or they'll snatch it, the lead away from them, and they just never have the same drive to get it back again. It's like they stop playing the same. I don't know. They didn't ask me, so that's that's just what I think. Like I said, they didn't even ask me what I thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But like I said, I'm rooting for them. When they win, I'm happy. When they lose, I'm still happy. I'm still cheering them on. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. It say it goes. You win some, you lose. So Auburn is, yeah, they're working on that. Win some part. But I love them. Like I said, War Eagle all day long. Um, I'm only going to be on here a few more minutes. Like I said, I have an appointment this morning. So there are still some things I need to do before I leave. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully. I'm with you. Like I said, the basketball team is exceptional. Basketball, gymnastics, all of that. Exceptional. It's just the football, they have a problem with. Well, not really a problem. They just, they still working on it. Still working on their technique and their delivery. But yeah, but like I said, I have an appointment this morning, so and I still need to do some things before I leave because I have to go by the post office. So I have to get some packages ready. I've already printed off the labels. Um, I need to finish doing the packaging so everything will be ready to go when I am. Oh, okay. So they're the opposite of Auburn. Well, we might need to swap out football teams. Yeah, they're the opposite of Auburn. Well, like I said, Auburn they're getting there. they'll get there. You know, they'll get some more trophies in their case. I say this year or next year or the year after. They'll get some more trophies in there. Yeah. I have a reason to call people on the phone and holler War Eagle. Because people call me all the time. Yes. Cam Newton, yes. He was great at Auburn. He really was. Um, when Alabama and Auburn play, I usually turn my phone off. Oh, I have kids that like to call and holler, roll tide in the phone and laugh. I have relatives, I have friends that like to do the same. So when Alabama and Auburn play, I turn my phone off. You're not gonna be calling me all night laughing like Ernest T. Bass, in my phone line. But now when Auburn win, I keep them up all night calling them. I sure will. All night long. Mm, yes. Uh, so what are you doing this morning, Jordan? Are you at work? You at home? Vacationing still? That would be great if you're still on your holiday Christmas break vacation. Excuse me. I know I heard someone saying that their kids go back to school tomorrow from the Christmas break, and I'm like, why on a Thursday? Just let them go back. The upcoming Monday. That would be better. Going back to school in the middle of the week is just kind of throws you off. Yeah. I mean, these kids of mine, they enjoy it. They enjoy it. So yeah, of course, when Auburn gives me, the opportunity to do the same to them, I take full advantage of it. Yes, I do. Oh, okay. Did yesterday. That's why not just let them go back Monday instead of Tuesday. I don't know. Like I said, they didn't ask me what I thought about it. So I guess my opinion really does not matter. It just seems kind of weird. When I was in school, I don't remember going back to school on any day other than Monday after a break. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that. I don't know who's making up this, the school calendars, but again, they didn't ask me, so my opinion does not matter. I have to say that about a lot of things in life. They didn't ask me, or that ain't none of my business. You know. And I thank God that a lot of things aren't my business. Oh, that go back on a Friday. If that were my child, they would not go back on a Friday. They wouldn't. That's why. Why upset the whole house for one day? No, baby, you got a longer break than the other kids. You're not going back on a Friday. Mm-mm. You're allowed to, get a written excuse from your parents for one absence, or maybe more. I don't know, but no, we're not going back on a Friday. That's just a waste for the teachers and the students, in my opinion. Yeah. So, mm-mm, mm-mm. And even with work, if I worked and I had to go back on a Friday, that would be a day that I would have taken off. I would have used holidays, some kind of PTO would have been used, sick day, something, because that would just mess everything up in my mind. People may not think the same way I think. Obviously, they don't. They letting kids go back on a Friday, but yeah. I know it. Okay, I won't. I won't. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Like I said, I need to do a few more things. Get some things packaged up, and um, so I won't have to go out tomorrow, and I won't have to make 2 trips a day because, like I said, looks like it's gonna rain here, but I'm asking God to hold up the rain. I mean, it can rain while I'm there. If it stops, I would prefer it stop by the time I got out, and that way I could drive home without the rain. Um, as another added distraction to my own driving. um, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joanna, and I hope you have a great rest of your day too. Thank y'all so much for coming in and sitting with me this morning. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. Y'all have a happy Wednesday. Today is the best day to have a great day. I love y'all, my cousins. I'll see y'all back here in the morning if you so choose to come back and hang out with me. I'll be here from between 7 and 9 Central Standard Time. I love y'all. Have a great day.